Imagine a medieval castle. Castles often had large stone walls with gates. The purpose of the castle walls was to keep out invaders and let in friends. The castle walls of the tiny cells that make up our bodies are called the plasma membrane. Plasma membranes control what enters or exits the cell. As the outermost layer of the cell, the plasma membrane is selectively permeable, which means it only lets certain substances in or out of the cell. It is selective about what it allows in and out of the cell. Plasma membranes let small molecules like water, oxygen, and carbon dioxide pass through the wall of the cell, but the passage of larger molecules, like glucose, in and out of the cell is controlled. The plasma membrane is made out of a lipid bilayer, bilayer meaning two layers. Each layer of the bilayer contains lipids with hydrophilic heads that are attracted to water and hydrophobic tails that are repelled by water. It is because water is found both inside the cell and outside the cell that the phospholipids of the lipid bilayer arrange themselves into a protective double layer. The heads of the phospholipids point outwards towards water molecules, while the tails of the phospholipids hide inwards, facing away from water. The phospholipid bilayer is always moving and behaves like fluid. The phospholipids in the lipid bilayer move throughout the membrane. Within the lipid bilayer, there are different types of proteins that carry out many different functions. These proteins that are lodged in the plasma membrane have specialized shapes based on their job. Transporter proteins are used to move materials into or out of the cell. Pump proteins use energy to move molecules across the membrane. Recognition proteins are used so that cells can be recognized by other cells. And receptor proteins allow cells to dock with hormone molecules. The plasma membrane is the first layer of defense that protects the biological units of life, the cell, in the same way that the castle wall of a medieval castle is the first layer of defense against enemies.